Yo, how's it going, guys? Back again with another banger video. Last video I talked about I'm gonna upload in 2 days, maybe it's 3 days, but I'm uploading this. Boom shakalaka. I had a crazy weekend. Um, just been so busy these last couple of days. I've been busy ever since I got back from Japan. But today, I am going to try my absolute best to talk about how you can go move to Japan for the cheapest and most accessible way. So let's get right into it. You guys already know, if you guys are not new to the channel, you guys are already just like, oh, who is this Moo guy? Who is this Moo guy? Then let me introduce myself. I am Moo. I am Camus. I am a student here, and I am just here for the next couple of years. You know what I mean? And so I'm finishing my undergraduate degree here, and yeah. Um, I think the easiest way for people to come to Japan and live here long term, and then you might have seen this too in other YouTube videos, is probably going the student route. So now that we know that's the easiest way to go, you could be a graduate student, you could be an undergraduate student, you could be any kind of student. And I think all you really need is just an acceptance letter, and then they'll sponsor your visa, they'll get you here. Now that we know that's the easiest, right? Now that you know that's the easiest, what's the cheapest? I didn't even mention it yet. The cheapest is language school, I'm pretty sure. Language school. Language school will sponsor your visa for, let me see, for as long as you want them to. As long as you want to study Japanese, language schools are a great way for you to, one, like, up your Japanese, but also stay here in Japan for as long as you want. I know TikTok just got banned. What the fuck it do? What the fuck it do? Like, one main reason why I wanted to leave the U.S. is because it's just not going in the best direction right now. You know what I mean? And so, for people in a similar boat, maybe you're coming from Yugoslavia, fucking Bishkek, you know, or fucking Iran, or fucking, I don't know, or the United States. You could be coming from wherever you want. I think the cheapest way for you to be here, besides marrying a Japanese person that you find randomly on the planet, is going to be going to language school. You're like, what? What do you mean? I have to go to school? Sadly. Some of you niggas might not want to go to school, but that's the easiest way. If you want to live in Japan, I don't know why you wouldn't want to study the Japanese language, but that should be on the top of your list. Learning Japanese. People here do not speak English. So you're killing two birds with one stone. You might just be a little bird out there, like, oh, I'm just one bird, and he has only one stone. Clearly, he's not gonna get two birds with one stone. That's what's happening here, though. So, one, you get to move to Japan. Two, you get to learn the language. And you're like, what? He hasn't even talked about no numbers yet. How much does this fucking cost, bro? Broski, my school, I pay tens of thousands of dollars to go here. I pay tens of thousands of dollars to go here, but that's over like the next couple of years. You know what I mean? You might break the bank. You might break the bank if you go to a university anywhere. It's cheaper here for me, but language school, you get no degree, you get nothing. You know what I mean? You just get better. You get the environment to speak Japanese. You get the environment to just chit chat. But the number, I'm not in language school. A lot of my friends have gone to language school, but the number I'm thinking is around like 1.5, 2K, 3K, maybe 4K. It depends on your duration for how long you want to stay. But I did a quick Google search before I made this video. Is that like you could expect to pay around like 1.5 to $3,000. As a college student, if school was that cheap, I would be hyped. You know what I mean? That's not the case for me. But again, student visa, easiest way to get in. And then the cheapest way to get a student visa is going the language school route. So if you're like, yo, like how do I get to Japan? You gotta go the language school route. You gotta go to language school. You don't got no money? Hit that language school. You don't got no degree? Maybe go get your college degree. I don't know. You might want to do that. But if you don't care about none of that shit and you just want to get over here for the cheapest way, the easiest way, I'm telling you right now, you need to hit up language school. You need to hit up Google and be like, yo, language schools in Japan. And like, I don't know how it goes price variation wise in terms of like how much you could expect for certain cities. So I live in Tokyo, capital of Japan. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's more expensive here. I know the cost of living is more expensive here, but if you are trying to go to like Gifu, Nagasaki, Chiba, or fucking Fukuoka, like those are probably cheaper places to live. So try your absolute hardest to do the research. If you're trying to find the cheapest way to get here, look into those options. You know what I mean? I'm a college student. I'm a college student on scholarship. And again, I'm gonna speak from my experience. I do not go to language schools. But I can tell you this one thing. If you are applying to language school and you're like, well, 3,000 still sounds like a lot. I gotta get the plane ticket and I gotta pay for my rent and shit. Oh man, I wonder if there's any scholarships. No, there's no scholarships for the most part that support students going to language school. I am a recipient of a lot of these scholarships that allow students from the United States to study in Japan. So if you're in a similar position where you're a student looking for scholarships, like me, and you're planning to go to language school, do not expect to help bridge that financial burden with scholarships. But again, I'm paying tens of thousands when you guys could be paying like 2, 3, 4,000 for like an academic year or semester. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. It's a lot more accessible, especially if you're coming from like a Western country. If you're making like EU pounds or the European euro, the UK pound, or the United States dollar, or the Chinese yuan, you might be able to just come up on a quick little educational experience here in Japan. Because I'm pretty sure the visa situation, you could go and stay in Japan for as long as you want as a tourist with no visa for 90 days. And then beyond that, you need to be more situated as a student. And if you're trying to live here, get rent, get life situated over here, you're gonna want a visa sponsorship, because no one's gonna look out for you in terms of like being able to support you, trying to find housing, really. If you're like, oh, I wanna get into Japanese furniture, I wanna get into my own little Japanese apartment, that won't happen for you, buddy, unless you got a visa sponsorship. And again, I could go over the visas real quick. There's a work visa, working holiday visa, student visa, spouse visa. There's a lot more out there probably. I'm on a student visa. Most people that I know that are trying to go to Japan are probably gonna acquire a student visa. And if you're trying to get here, again, that's the easiest way. What's the cheapest way? Probably language school. So I'm gonna tell you that right now and like keep it a buck with you. If you're really trying to get over here, look into language school. You know what I mean? I might do language school after, you know what I mean? Just to stay here longer. Who knows? But I really want a job. I'm old as shit. I need to start working. You know what I mean? I'm 22. And I need a job ASAP. So that's where I'm coming from. I feel like you guys would probably like have a better time just like going to language school and just doing that. You know what I mean? Like truly speaking, if I could have done it over again, I would have gone like a year or two into language school and then gone into my uni that I'm currently in. But I did like the regular like American type of thing, like second class American type thing, where I went to community college and then I transferred into a school. So it's like, that's my lifestyle, you know what I mean? But a lot of you guys, some of you guys are like, I'm talking to some of you guys in the Discord. Some of you guys are literally still in high school. If you are looking to go here, like come to Japan, go language school first, and then maybe go into a university. Because your time here is going to be a lot more valuable and a lot more accessible and a lot more fun if you just understand the language. I'm still limited in my Japanese. I could go to the konbini. I could go, where was I the other day? I was at the airport the other day and I was speaking a whole bunch of Japanese, but like I was just ordering food. I was just asking for this. I was like, how much is this? Arigato gozaimasu, da 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 do 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 do. I'm getting donuts with my friends and whatnot. And I'm at Mossberg, and I'm like, oh, masu burger onegaishimasu, double onegaishimasu. And I'm like, what? This is so fun. I like speaking Japanese, but it's a way more fun experience and a more valuable experience if you go learn a language. If you go to any country, learn the fucking language. You know what I mean? Like, truly speaking, like, you're not gonna make the most of that country's experience if you're speaking English. You think you're on American mode the whole time. Why you guys not speaking English? Like, come on, bro. So if I could have done it again, I would have for sure gone to language school. Then did my shebang bang. But yeah, I think if you're looking at Japan, you're like, how do I do it? How do I do it? Language school. Cheapest way, student visas, super applicable to everyone. You don't need to get married. You don't need to have like you don't need to have like a University of Georgia Tech degree. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is like the most accessible visa, the student visa, and then the fucking language school route is definitely the cheapest way. At least from my knowledge. I could be wrong. I'm only 22, guys. I only just got here, guys. Please don't put me under the fire now. Don't put me under the fire now. But yeah, if you look in the comment, look into that shit. You feel me? So yeah, that's all I got for the video today. I'm hyped that I'm gonna get this YouTube channel back to on schedule. We're aiming for 1,000 subs by the end of the month of January, and then 2,000 subs by the end of the semester. So let's get lit. I'm gonna turn up some more videos I'm trying every 2 days, every other day, I mean. So get lit with me. Discord, everything else, gonna be in the descriptions. Fuck with you. I'm slowly getting back into the schedule of this shit. So boom, bam, boom. Peace, niggas. I mean, peace, guys. Peace, bros.